time at Dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking this video, making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Saturday, and Saturday on this channel is my weekly weigh-in and the Weight Watchers meeting topic du jour. You got it right. What they talked about at the meeting, I bring it to you with my big cup of tea because it's been a long day. I mean, long day yesterday because I didn't have any tea yesterday because I had to go get a, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about my weigh-in because we always start off our video for the weigh-in of number one. You don't like that. You don't like that I start right out. You're like, you don't pull any punches, do you? You don't drag it out to the end. You know, what's the point of dragging it out to the end? Number one, you could just scroll to the end. So it's kind of like, you know, and are people interested in your weight? They are. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's they look to you for guidance, and if you're doing well, then they'll continue to watch you. And if you're, I don't know what, I wish I could give you an answer why people watch and why certain videos are more viewed than other videos. It seems to be like the weigh-in videos are always people's most viewed videos. Is it because you just want to see how people do? I don't know, but I know, let's just keep chit-chatting. I got on the scale and I was up. I had a fluctuation of 0.6 up. Do I think I gained 0.6? No. Am I worried about it? No. I know your weight fluctuates. So a lot to talk about with that because there's a couple of questions people are asking, and I think this will really tie into that. So yes, I am what you call up 0.6 on the scale, or I fluctuated up. I don't consider it a gain. I consider it a fluctuation. Why? Because I was on plan. I had a really good week. For me, it was a really good week. So I don't get like upset or bummed. You know what? Because the scale's going to say what the scale's going to say. The scale's not always going to give me what I think it should. And I've come to terms with that a while ago. So I'm kind of like, okay, move on. You know, I don't. And with what's going on, and I'll get to that too, I'm kind of just making this secondary at the moment because it should be secondary. And it's kind of eye-opening when other things in your life go astray. Like, this can't be your whole focus. And I talked to somebody about this the other day. I do this, I'm coaching her personally, just not like with macros or anything. It's just more in the whole, you know, like a holistic approach. I'm not telling her what to eat. I'm just, you know, giving advice and listening. And I said, this can't be our central focus. Our life can't be revolving around this. This is not, shouldn't be priority in our life. Is it important? Yes, it's important. But we have other things. We have husbands and kids and jobs and pets that are just as important. We definitely should make us a priority, yes, but not a top priority, because we become obsessed and become focused and we can't see the big picture. Like, and I'll explain. About yesterday, I went for a echocardiogram, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm dealing with this low heart rate, you know, and I'm like, why am I so super focused on food? Like, when I have health issues here, like, that's important. That is important. Not that my journey isn't, but it's kind of, it's got to take its place in our life. It can't be we all consuming, because that's when bad things happen. That's when we can't really see the big picture because we're so hyper-focused. So I meant to talk about this a couple weeks ago, and I think I got sidetracked. Can't imagine I get sidetracked. But yeah, we have to, our journey, yes, is important, but it is not the main part of our life. It is such a, it's a decent part, but it's not everything. Like, people don't do things because, oh, I can't eat that. I can't go there. What am I going to eat? And I'm not going to go out to lunch here. I'm not going to that party because of the food. And you're missing out on everything because of food. Food can control us, but it shouldn't, and we shouldn't allow it. We have to gain our life back. We have to get it back. We have to get the control back. So we have a challenge coming up, and I highly encourage you to subscribe so you're right away to hear everything that's going on. It's going to start next weekend. It doesn't have to start on Labor Day, but I because it's the beginning of my first weigh-in, and that's when we're going to focus September. You can start anytime that week, because I get it. You know, you want to have people want to have their last hurrah. Who am I to judge? You know, you do you. But what I want to say is this challenge is not weight loss focused. It's not. It is focusing on things we need to work on. each week there's going to be a different challenge to build on. I'm trying for maybe 8 weeks. Like it's a fall challenge. Maybe 8, 10, it depends. I mean, we might go to full fall because I could think of probably 10 to 12 things that we need to be focusing on rather than that number on the scale. And here's the thing. If you do this challenge and you create these good, healthy changes, habit changes, whatever you want to call them, eventually you will see weight loss. So in the end, you will be a weight loss challenge because if you do these things and you build on them, the scale will agree with it. So, but we're not looking for losses every week. We're not looking to see what that scale says. That's not what it's about, because in the end, it's all about health, and health is not a number on the scale. Remember that. Okay, so you'll hear more about the challenge. Like, I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button. The notification bell is super important. It lets you know when I upload, lets you know when I go live, and you just never know with this challenge when I'm going to go live, and maybe in the afternoon, might be in the morning, who knows? We're going to be, and I want to do it here because so many people don't have Facebook. So many people, mostly everybody goes on YouTube, but not everybody does Facebook. And some people don't subscribe, and that's fine if you're not a person that has an account. But I like having the account. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free, and it gives you so much more insight. And the videos come up for you. You don't have to look for them, and when things come up new, you get that notification and stuff. So I highly encourage you to log on. You just need an email. Fill out the profile. It doesn't, like I said, sometimes it says that you're creating a channel, but you're really not. You're just creating an account. And then you can subscribe to all your favorite channels, and they come right on your feed. It's so much fun. Okay, so enough about that. But you'll be hearing more about that in the future. So I was at 0.6, but this is my last weigh-in for August. So for the month of August, I was down 0.4. So I had a loss for the month of August. A half a pound, girls and boys, is a half a pound, and I'm taking it and I'm running with it. That's building on every month. I've lost May, June, July, and now August. 4 months in a row, I am down. Am I down a crap ton? No. But would I be down a crap ton? No. This is, for the weight I'm at, this is perfect. This is normal, good, healthy weight loss. This is sustainable weight loss because you're not dropping 2 and 3 pounds a week. I'm telling you, those at this weight would not stay off. So I am super stoked to finish the month of August at down 0.4. So yay me. Cheer the confetti. So I'm excited. So okay, let's get to the topic. I like this topic because I love sleep, but I get a lot of people have problems sleeping. That's why this is a topic. So I have a few ideas. Can't fall back to sleep? Try the 20-minute rule. Feeling well rested is kind of like having a superpower. It just makes everything, including your journey, seem easier. Don't leave it to chance. If you wake up in the middle of the night, set this plan into motion. And I will highly encourage you to track your sleep. There is in the app, if you're Weight Watchers, of course, there is a sleep track. It's right next to the weight tracker. Track your sleep so you can see your pattern of sleep. You used to get points for that back when we got points for stuff, and I always track my sleep. My CPAP machine tracks my sleep, so I know what sleep I'm getting every night. Get out of bed. Go into another room or space that's dimly lit, quiet, and comfortable. Set it up ahead of time so it's ready when needed. Do something calming. Wherever you choose, keep the lights off, electronics off. I wouldn't suggest you getting out of bed. Now, unless you can't sleep because maybe the person next to you is snoring. I've had that happen where I wake up and Steve's snoring awfully loud. And you're trying to relax and all you hear is his sticking snores. I have put the pillow over his face. Don't judge me. And I have shoved him. Don't judge me. But, I mean, if you want to go into another room, I guess there's nothing wrong with it. But what happens when I get up, and I get up to go to the bathroom, and I have a CPAP, and you're going to laugh. I just take off the hose. I leave my mask on. I just take the hose off. I shut the machine off. I leave take the hose off, leave the mask on, and I don't really open my eyes. I kind of walk to the bathroom. I mean, you kind of know your house. And I sit, and I still don't open my eyes, and I go to the bathroom. And I keep my eyes shut, and I keep myself in that zone. Yeah, I have almost fallen asleep on the toilet. True story. And then I get up, and I go back to bed. I keep everything dark. I try not to look, because, your eyes are your pupils are dilated, so you don't want to, you don't want anything to wait. I mean, we're talking 6 a.m. I've done this where it's kind of bright out. Girls, I like to sleep. What can I say? And let's put it out there that these are techniques that help you. But here's the bottom line. If you're not sleeping because there's something on your mind, if you're stressed about something, if you're anxious about something, these techniques probably won't help, because that's, we can't relax when there's something inside us that's bothering us. That we don't, that's how you deal with it. You deal with it by not relaxing. You don't realize it during the day because you're busy, but think about it. If you're like around doing puttering all day, you're obviously not relaxing. How about trying to relax when we're awake to be able to relax when we're asleep? I think our subconscious takes over when we sleep, and all those things that we think about are right in the forefront, and you can't get them out of your head, because that's when they come into your head when you're trying to relax. It's all you think about. Those noises in our head are so loud that we can't sleep. I mean, people have taken medications, melatonins. They're not going to help if it's in here. You can just be half schnockered and you're still not going to sleep, and that's what sometimes is a little bit dangerous. You have to deal with why you're not sleeping, like what's stressing you out. There could be many reasons. I don't know the answer to that, but that's what you have to find out. What am I so obsessing about in my subconscious that's causing me not to sleep? For some people, it's their children. It's the changes in your body. Menopause affects that. And your body and mechanics are all changing. Hormones are horrible. We know this from when we're pregnant, when we're not, right after we're pregnant, hormones wreak havoc. What can we do? Talk to your doctor, talk to your gynecologist. Maybe there's something different he can prescribe for that case, because I think menopausal versus non-menopausal is different. And I think maybe there's different things. Let's see what else Weight Watchers has to say. Do something calming. Listen to a sleepy story podcast. I wouldn't do a jigsaw puzzle. Are you kidding me? I put the lights on. Yes, it tires your eyes up, but yeah. No, I wouldn't do the jigsaw puzzle. List 3 things you're grateful for. Focus on your breathing. Read a slow-paced book. Flip through a catalog. Flip through a catalog because you gotta have lights on. Same thing with a book. What I do when, if if I'm not really quite as tired as I should be, if I'm going to bed early, I sit there and I have my weird things. I fantasize. Not about sex or anything. Just what is your ultimate dream? To me, it would be like living on an island, or I have apocalyptic interests. I watch a lot of Walking Dead and the apocalypse, and I pretend. Oh God, I'm putting this out. I pretend. I think, what would it be like if it was the end of the world? And I think about, I would go get down to the store. I know. And I'd go grab food, and I would hunker down in this basement, and I would sit there and try to, barricade window. Yeah. I mean, there's it's just weird, fun things what I like to watch on television is things like that. So I fantasize about my favorite movies with me in them. I know, did that just come out? It did. I've been Pretty Woman in a couple fantasies. Hey, when you with Richard Gere? I mean, it's just played over in your head, or a favorite memory. Say you had this great trip. I think about the cruise, and I close my eyes and I remember what it's like being on the boat, being in Titanic. I think about walking the decks and going to the restaurants and the view from our deck. I mean, I think about those things and I just relax, and it takes you back, and it's fabulous. Or dream about your parents or people who have passed on. Think about the last, fun times you had together, and sometimes it's like they come alive in your dreams. And I enjoy a good dream. I do. So, yes, I said it. That's what I do. But I would not do anything with a light. No. Notice when you get sleepy, eyelids heavy, can't concentrate, time to go back to bed. If it's early in the night and you're a person who doesn't sleep well during the night, and say maybe 7, 8 o'clock, you're getting those heavy eyes, but you're like, no, I'm not going to go to sleep because I won't sleep during the night. Maybe then is when you should sleep. Because if you're not sleeping during the night anyway, you might as well get the sleeping when you can. And I would suffer from sleep apnea, so I would be able to get cat naps anytime I could. If you haven't dozed off after 20 minutes, repeat. Let's dive a little deeper. Sure, it might seem odd to get out of bed when you're trying to fall asleep, but go with us here. How do you feel tossing and turning and watching your lack of back of your eyelids, unable to drift off, frustrated, anxious? When you get frustrated and anxious, you get more awake, so you're not going to sleep. I just don't allow myself to open my eyes. That's my big thing. I don't allow myself to open my eyes. And like I said, if it's quiet, as long as it's quiet, I'm okay. But like I said, if Steve's snoring, it's a little bit difficult. I sometimes I have to shove him. It's just, that's the only way, because I know I'm not going to get any sleep. Those aren't exactly conductive sleep. Over time, they can make you feel bad, feel your bed less restful. You look at your bed, sometimes you look at going to bed as like, oh my God, I have to go to bed, I'm not going to be able to sleep. So you're anticipating not being able to sleep. Again, it's going to work on your subconscious. We have to think of a respite. We have to think about, that's the relaxation. We have to make your bed an oasis. Bring nice relaxing music. What is it, that white noise or something, or ocean sounds? It doesn't work for me, but it might work for you. Listen to it. Lay there, enjoy it, and don't stress about I'm not sleeping. Just realize that you're laying down, you're relaxing. You get off your feet, just let it go. And when I first had my CPAP machine, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to sleep because of the thing on my face. So I pretended that I was getting medicine. I had to put that on because that was the medicine. So I said, put the medicine on, and I'd lay back and I'd breathe deep, like they do when you're going under anesthesia. And I pretended that's what it was, and I went right out. And because I just fantasized in my head what was going on. So I think we have to change the channel in our subconscious. Changing your scenery and focusing on something other than the fact that you're still awake actually helps you relax and breaks that association. And climbing back under the covers when you're calm and drowsier helps you fall asleep and create a more positive association of the bed. To me, if you're going to a different room, I'm going to sleep in that different room. I'm not going to get back up and go in the bed. That's going to wake me up. So that's why I say make those changes in your bedroom. Have those things in your bedroom. And maybe it's a cool blanket. Sometimes we're hot. Sometimes it's just upstairs is hotter than downstairs. They have those cooling blankets that are really nice, and it feels really good. Satin sheets feel really nice. Maybe do a nice face mask before bed, and put some cream on and relax. Do like a relaxation technique. Take care of yourself before bed. We'll do our face mask. We'll put our cream on, massage, all the joints that hurt your feet. And just take care of yourself. Have a nice cup of chamomile tea. Not a full cup because you don't have to go to the bathroom. I love chamomile tea. Those types of teas are very relaxing. There's a sleepy time tea I've never had because I like chamomile. But take a nice tea, relax, breathe. And the breathing does help. And like I said, take yourself to your favorite memory. Whether it's a trip you've taken. And just put yourself back in that memory and just go with it and keep thinking and thinking. And I think you'll fall to. That's what always usually helps me. Oh, you don't watch the clock? And don't watch the clock for the 20-minute mark. Estimate yourself. Stop looking at the clock. Looking at the clock never helps. You also have to get up and lie down a few times, especially in the beginning. Be patient. Healthy sleep is worth pursuing. 7 to 9 hours is linked to lower risk of chronic diseases, and research suggests it makes it easier to eat well, move regularly, and develop a mindset that helps you reach your goals. My CPAP doctor, my pulmonologist, when I went in for my first year checkup, I'd lost, I think, 75 pounds or 60, something like that. And he said, wow. I said, yeah, people say you get on a CPAP machine, you lose weight. He goes, the machine doesn't make you lose weight. He said, you get sleep. And rested people want to tackle weight loss because weight loss is hard. It is. And you have to be in the correct mindset. You have to be well rested and feel like dealing with thinking of what to eat, how to create a menu, how to create a recipe, how to track, how to eat better, because it's so much easier to eat bad. Just grab something and eat it. But it takes all that, and that comes from being well rested. I feel like we're down this short, doesn't it? 3 fast facts. The majority of adults report a sleep problem every night or almost every night. Number 2, healthy sleep makes it easier to eat well, move regularly, and have a more helpful mindset. Number 3, planning ahead for what you'll do and when you'll have trouble sleeping can help you fall back to sleep more easily and quickly. I think a lot of us I'm telling you, it's stress. There's something on our mind. There is something preventing us from relaxing. And we have to, and that's the time you deal with it, because you when you're awake, you can push it out of your head. But when you're relaxing, it's right there. It's not going anywhere. And how do we deal with that? That's the problem. Like I say, talk to your doctor. That's the best advice I can give. All right, let's go to the Wednesday wisdom questions. I call them Wednesday wisdom, the weight loss questions. A collagen question. What is a good flavor to try? Collagen is really good. People say, why do you take collagen? Right now I'm trying the Motivate collagen. I've taken different collagens over time. They've all worked, honestly. Collagen improves your skin, hair, and nails, and it is, and sometimes it says it reduces joint pain. It's really good for weight loss for women in general. That's my best advice. I don't know any flavors. I mean, they're flavorless, most of them, and you mix them in beverages. Some people mix them in coffee. Some people mix them in tea. Some people mix them in water. You can get flavored. Any of them are good. I believe that, which I don't know for a fact yet. I hear Built has a collagen. I have no idea. They haven't really said much about it, but I know it's on their website. I haven't really looked at it yet. So I'd be interested to try that, because I think that one comes in vanilla, chocolate, and unflavored, which is interesting. And I wonder if there's protein in there, because some collagens do have protein, which is a bonus. So I definitely think it's important. It's something that we as postmenopausal women, we as weight losing women should definitely be utilizing. Whether, like I said, whether it's powders, whether it's capsules, any way you can get collagen. I know there's collagen in the Beauty Bellway. I used to take that. I did notice difference in my hair and my nails. My nails grow like crazy. It's amazing. Smoothies with chocolate protein powder. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate protein powder, so I don't do a lot of smoothies with chocolate protein powder. It's hard. I mean, I do like the Motivate one. It reminds me of Nestle Quick. My son makes a lot of smoothies, and he uses like frozen cherries and sometimes bananas and chocolate. See, and peanut butter. I am not a I haven't gotten on that bandwagon of chocolate protein powder yet. So I don't really I'm more of a vanilla girl. I do everything with vanilla. I'm just trying to get there. I'm getting there, but that's what he does. He uses, like I said, frozen cherries, bananas. Usually better to freeze your fruit because it helps it thicken. Do you have any ideas on lower calorie sauces to put on chicken and vegetables? When I think of low calorie sauces, I go right to G. Hughes. He's got tons of low calories. He's got Polynesian, he's got Cluckin, he's got teriyaki, he's got a ton. And they're really good, and they're very super low in points and calories. So definitely, I would say check out his website, and then check out the product locator and see if you could find any of those in your local area. How do you get over gaining 2 pounds on vacation, even though you walked, tracked, drank water, and didn't indulge? So disappointed because I worked so hard to stay on plan. Well, I have an answer for that one. Because you weren't home. You were out. You were on vacation. Yes, maybe you cooked a lot there, but you're still not in your own environment. And sometimes the weather plays into factor. Sometimes the different types of food plays into factor. I would lay bet that next week those 2 pounds are gone. I got weighed a couple days after my cruise. I think I got back on Sunday. I think I got weighed on Monday. Maybe just Monday. I was up, I think 6 pounds, 5 or 6 pounds. I was down by the end of the week. Why? Because when you're away, it's a different type of environment, and our bodies play into our environment. So I would definitely say you did everything right. I would definitely say that was just a fluctuation due to maybe the temperature, types of foods you were eating, and just not being home. So definitely don't stress over it. I say this all the time. A lot of people will say that, oh my gosh, I was good. It was vacation. And yeah, it's, as much as you did well, I still think you did well. I wouldn't say that that's a gain. I would venture to say that that'll be off. Plus them. For the older ladies, has menopause made it harder to lose weight? And how do you feel the gains come faster in different areas? I lost my weight during the beginning of my menopause. Was it harder? I mean, I think in the beginning it wasn't, because I was losing weight. And I think in the beginning of anything, you're always supercharged. Your body's supercharged. Now, where I'm postmenopausal now, and I feel like like you've seen over the over the last few years, it's been difficult to get these few pounds off, and it seems like they settle right in the midriff, like kind of like, and I feel like my belly has changed than it was back in the day. Now I'm more active than I was when I lost the weight. So did my body change due to working out, doing different types of exercise? Possibly. Has postmenopausal? Possibly. You just have to know that it's calories in, calories out. You can only do what you can do. And, you can only do the best. I wouldn't sit there and undercut your calories and points because you want to get that weight up, because that's not healthy. That's not sustainable weight loss. That's diet mentality. So yeah, it is frustrating. I agree. It is frustrating. But you know that this is the reason, and you just take one day at a time. And you'll see less, I think, personally, you'll see less bigger losses. And it's okay. It'll come off. It will. How does green tea taste and compare to regular tea, which is black tea? Are there health benefits? Yes, there are more health benefits to green tea than there are to black tea. The taste is a little bit different. I showed inflammation to black tea, hence why I used to drink green tea anyway. So it was not that big of a conversion for me. There is caffeine in it, and that's all I care about. But there's a lot of antioxidants in green tea. So, and according to this, it says green tea has antioxidants called catechins, which reduces inflammation. Green tea contains EGCG, the most powerful type of catechin. So it's definitely has benefits. And it says a few things. Now, I don't know how true this is. It says promote healthy weight loss. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if drinking, I mean, I think green tea makes me pee more. I do. You have to just like it. Don't drink it because of those things. You have to like it. I've always enjoyed green tea. I say try a local coffee shop. Like Dunkin' has green tea. I know Starbucks has green tea. Taste them. Or go buy a small box of green tea. I know Dollar Tree even has green tea tea bags. Try them. It's definitely, and the steep time is a little bit different. Like the water shouldn't be quite as hot. Same thing like with white tea. If you get white tea, the water has to be even less hot than green because the leaves are so pure and that you don't want to burn them. So you have to watch. I always say Google tea temperatures. It's really important when you're making correct tea to have the right temperature of water because you want to have the best cup of tea. I've always liked green. So it wasn't a big change for me to go from black to green. So, but yeah, there are tons of health benefits, and you could Google them, and I definitely think, and even matcha is pretty popular. It says green tea is often touted as the healthiest tea. It is chock full of polyphenols and antioxidants help boost brain and heart health. Green tea is considered one of the least processed true teas and does not undergo oxidation. Leaves are harvested and immediately dried and rolled. So it is a much milder tea, I think, than black. I think if you could drink black, I think you definitely could drink green. I think it's much milder. So, but I love green. I gotta find my questions. Here they are. How many times a day would you have a 0 point amount of food that would have 0 point? Oh, okay. She's saying if you have we'll say pepitas. A tablespoon of pepitas is 0. Okay. Now, if I have 2 tablespoons of pepitas, it would be 1 point. So say I have a tablespoon for breakfast and my oatmeal, and then I have a tablespoon with my salad. Would I then count a point? Technically, you should. But here's my gripe. I put it in my app, right? Now, the app should be smarter than me. At least I think it should be. It doesn't count a point for me. Now, it knows you've already had pepitas. So I'm going to say, depending on how much you're having, don't worry about it. Like another tablespoon of pumpkin seeds is not going to make or break. So I feel like something that's a 0 point food or a 0 point amount depends on how, if you're going from 0 points to 5 points, yeah, maybe then you should definitely count it. But if you're talking going to 1 point during the day for something, I really wouldn't stress over it. That's just me though. Like I say, you have to do your journey your way. And if that's something that bugs you, then count it. Like, this is what we at least what I always try to say is, I'm not going to sit in this chair and judge what you do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's why I decided to not continue with that course. I don't want to tell people what to do. because that's, in my opinion, I just don't want to be responsible for that. Now, at this age of my life, I'm 57 years old. That's a responsibility telling this, you should have this, you should eat this amount of that. I don't want to be responsible for that. I think that's your doctor's job or your nutritionist's job. It's not my job. And I just felt too overwhelmed to do that. So I decided not to pursue that. But if you're asking my opinion, what I would do depends on how much you're talking. If you're just talking about a point, I'm not worrying about it. But if you're talking 5 points, yeah, then I would have to sit there and adjust. How do you get over a plateau? I've been on a plateau for 2 months now. So frustrating. It is frustrating. Change, and I feel this is so cliche, but change the foods you're eating. Like if you're like, I'm a creature of habit. If you see what I eat in a day, I pretty much eat the same kind of stuff. Oatmeal, try to change the way you eat. Change different things. Like maybe instead of having oatmeal, maybe have pancakes. Maybe have a breakfast sandwich. Maybe have veggie bowls for lunch. Change up what you're eating. Maybe you're having too much salad. Cut the salad back. Add a beef dinner in there once in a while, because sometimes, we eat all this chicken and turkey. There's nothing wrong with a good steak, a nice lean steak. A nice lean steak is the same points as chicken if you had to count chicken. 0.1 ounce. Fun fact. So, interesting. So, yeah, so definitely if you're not eating something because, throw something in there. Do that Springle technique. I think it's called the Springle. There's a couple different names for it, where you have 23 points today, you have 19 points tomorrow, you have 27 points on the next day. So go up and down, but stay within, I wouldn't go maybe up 4 points over your total, but go 4 points below. So have a different variation of points and change up the types of food you're eating. Sometimes, like I said, we're in this rut of this is what I have every day for lunch, this is what I have every day for breakfast, this is what I have every day for snack. Change up your snacks. Add snacks if you're not snacking. If you're just eating 3 meals a day, throw a snack in there. Doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be veggies and dip, veggies and hummus, fruit, and whipped cream or something, or peanut butter powder mixed into whipped cream. Throw a couple, keep that metabolism rev. If you're not eating enough, that could be it as well. Make sure you're eating enough. Make sure you're eating often. The less we eat, the less our metabolism stagnates. We have to keep our metabolism burning. It's a machine. It likes to do it. So keep it revved. I hope that helps. Change activity. If you've been doing the same exercises, I walk every day. Well, try doing a dance video. Try doing a Zumba video on YouTube. Try swimming. Try tennis. Try something, a different type of activity that you're not doing, and just, or maybe you're working out 7 days a week. Try working out 4 days a week. We should have a break for our work. We should not be working out consistently every day. That's a lot on our bodies. Maybe break it up a little bit. Do something different every other day. Do you ever watch Nikki Gets Fit? Each day she goes to the gym, she works on a different part of her body. It's legs days, it's thighs days, it's back day. So it's definitely changing the way you look at your workout. Collagen peptides, I think I already addressed this, but I think they're great. I think there's no reason not to try them. See how you feel. They're not cheap. But they're not cheap. They're definitely, you can get them at Target. You can get collagen peptides everywhere. Target, Walmart, online, everywhere. I would say try locally and see how you feel and see how you do. See if you notice a difference with your hair, skin, and nails. That's a big thing that you'll notice, is people all compliment me on my skin all the time. Oh my God, besides the fact that I have collagen, I definitely do good skincare. At our age, we have to take care of what we have. We're rough on our skin. We're rough. We have the elements. We have the sun. It takes its toll on your skin. You have to nourish your skin. And doing good skincare is definitely helpful. And collagen is another great resource. Is there such thing as drinking too much water? Yes, there is. Again, talk to your doctor. Why I wouldn't want to do this? Because I don't know what your history is. I don't know what your health is. Some people, cardiac patients especially, and kidney patients cannot drink too much water. It's not good for them. It isn't. So I always say, if you're a person who's on medication, talk to your healthcare provider. He's the one that's in charge of your health. I'm not. But yes, there is such thing as drinking too much water. Should we drink more water? Sure. Should we drink And everybody's different. Somebody can drink a gallon and a half and be great. Oh, I drink, 120 ounces and I'm good. Well, okay, you're good. That doesn't mean she's going to be good doing that. So it definitely affects, like I said, heart patients, kidney patients. My dad had a pitcher of water because he was he retained fluid just of heart failure. And we had to measure his water. He knew he couldn't have more than that pitcher of water. He made his coffee from that pitcher. So he knew he couldn't have that much because it's just not good. It's not good for everybody. But like I say, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do. It's not my place. But yes, I always think if you're not drinking any water, yeah, you should drink some water. But there is such thing as too much water. There is. And you have to be very careful with that because it can throw off your potassium, your sodium levels. So definitely talk to your physician if you're on medications and you have conditions. But if you're like me, other than my low heart rate, I just try to drink between 40 and 60 ounces a day. I do not go over 60. There's no point in it. There is no point in going. There's no point in going over. There just really isn't. That is what they tell you. That is what they tell you to drink. Why do more? There's no reason for it. It's not going to make you lose any more weight. It's just that is the standard of water. So that's again, Switzerland. I stick right there. I stick in the middle of that. How to get motivated to track. People hate tracking. They do. And I get it. But you have to, what I do is tracking is my reward. Eating is my reward for tracking. I track before I eat. I don't allow myself to eat till I track it. And every app, I'm pretty sure, has what you call like a general ad where you could, maybe the calorie counting one probably doesn't. You have to see, there's the downside of calorie counting. You have to put in everything. And I that's why I don't calorie count. It would take me probably 20 minutes to put my salad in there. And by that time, I've lost interest in even eating. So people say, why do you follow like healthy Weight Watchers? Because it's easier. It's quicker. I don't have to worry about salad. I should have to count calories for salad. It's cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, peppers, lettuce. I mean, and that's just, got radishes. We have, what else did I put in there the other day? Hearts of palm. And that's off the top of my head. I had 7 things in there. So by the time I have to put 2 cups of this, 2 tablespoons of that, half a cup, I just will lose interest. And you shouldn't have to worry about vegetables. I know they're important. You should eat them. But to have to sit there and have to track them. So that's, big reason why I stick with a plan that I only have to track things like proteins, carbs, fiber. Well, vegetables are fiber. But we're going to work on that in the challenge. And I'm going to come up with some ideas, I hope, that will entice you to track and make it easier to track. Find the easiest way for you to track. Like if you're a WW or a healthy person, it's bites, it's points. You know what they are. Put them in the quick ad. That's what I do. I know, because you're eating 95% the same food. You know what the bread is, you know what the wrap is, you know what the meat is, you know what the rice, the pot, you know what they are. So you just have to put it in quick ad. Breakfast, lunch. So that's my suggestion. Use the quick, if you have it in your app, use the quick ad. If you're doing calories, God love you. I don't know what to say. It's a hard thing. I think that's why the point system came to fruition, why Weight Watchers became successful, because people were tired of counting calories. They were tired of having to put in everything. And back then you wrote it down, having to look up and write. That's like, they would have probably breakfast could be this long. And I think that's what made Weight Watchers successful, their plan, because it simplified everything. You just check off boxes back then. Breads, fruit, you just checked off a box. So I hope that helped. Oh, that was the last one. We had a lot of questions. I put this up late too. Thank you so much for all your questions. I hope these are just my opinions on these questions. You can have your own opinion, and I welcome you to put it in the comment section below. Be nice about it, but I would love to hear your opinion, because again, this is just my opinion. Am I right? No. Am I wrong? No. That's just what I think. So this video went way longer because there was a lot of good questions. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stayed to the end. And if you did, thank you so much. Give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Join us here. Join our challenge. We're follow y'all into getting some good, sustainable changes. We want to work on things. Weight Watchers tried it with their summer reset challenge, and to me, epically failed. But I'm going to work better because I know, being a person who's actually on plan, I know what the things we have to work on. And you guys have you've all helped. You've all given me ideas. So this is actually your challenge as well. It's not all about me. You guys gave me all ideas at our live the other night. I have a whole laundry list. That's why it's going to be maybe 10 weeks. We might have to do this because we got a lot to work on. So join us. Hit that subscribe button. And if you know anybody that needs a challenge, share this video and let them know that we are doing a fall, y'all, back on track, try to get our life in organized challenge. So I have a better name for it though. It could be fall y'all because somebody came up with that. I thought it was cute. We're going to throw that in there, but we're going to put some kind of something fun there afterwards. So that's it for me today. Let me know in the comment section below how you did this week on the scale. Remember, the scale does not define our week. Let's not forget that. That should be on a cup. The scale does not define our week. It doesn't. It doesn't, and it shouldn't. Make sure you are on with that mentality. And join us here. I will see you on Sunday night for our live chit chat. You're all welcome to join us Sunday night live here on the channel, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come join us. I will dish with you later, Gators. Bye-bye, my lovelies.